Hey guys, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. My name is Bernie and welcome to the channel if you're new here. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back and I appreciate you guys. Today is a very special day because I will be showing you all of my stuff for filming weddings. All in these 3 bags. Actually, 5 bags. And guys, let's start up with my main camera bag, which is the Kensington SecureTrek 17-inch roller bag. Wow, that's a long name, huh? It's a laptop bag. Yeah, it's a computer bag. Why? And why not, right? Well, really, it's not meant to be a camera bag, but I DIY'd it and I'm happy how it turned out. This one actually has 3 compartments. All right, so let's start up with our main compartment right now. Alright, so here we go guys. Bam. The good thing about this bag guys, I DIY'd it and I bought a padded divider which I got years ago from BH Photo, and this actually is mainly meant or made for a Pelican case. So as you can see guys, I have removed some of the paddings that protects my gear, especially my camera. So here, I'm gonna lift it. And you will see it's empty right now. So it's really well made. I'm gonna put down the link below for you to purchase or for you to check out. And I'm gonna start up with my camera. This is my favorite camera so far. And this one is my Panasonic G9. It's my workhorse. It's my main camera. And guys, as you notice right now, this one is empty because I am filming right now with the GH5, which goes here at this slot. All right. Yeah, I have 4 cameras. 90% of the time, I'm filming solo for weddings. Again, G9, my workhorse. I love this camera so much. I like the handling of it and it's really good. As you can see in the sample video right now that this one is very nice. I love the colors. And I would say that the color is a tad better in my opinion. I love how this one handles. I love the button layout. Overall, I'm happy with this camera. And I actually reviewed this camera and shared my cinematic settings for weddings. So if you want to check out the link, it's right here, or I'm gonna put it down below. Now moving on with my next camera right here. This is my Panasonic G7. This is actually my C and D camera. It shoots 4K 24p and I like it so much. So I have 2. This is mainly used for the bride and the groom or the partner. The only thing about this is that it doesn't record unlimited and the battery doesn't last that long. I get about an hour for the battery, so I have to watch out every time I film for the couple. And now moving on to the lenses. The best lens that I have ever had, it's the Olympus Pro 12 to 40 millimeter 2.8. It's very sharp, and the good thing about this is this one actually has this adjustment right here. You can adjust the focus. Look at that. It's really easy to adjust focus, but most of the time, I put it on auto, so I don't have to deal with it and I don't have to do manual focusing. And it's light, but it's well made of metal and plastic. This one is always on my gimbal. I use this for prep, I use this for ceremony, during processional, and a lot of stuff. And now moving on to my next lens, which is one of my favorites as well. This is the Rokinon 1.4 85mm manual lens, which is very sharp as well. Really, really great. And I love how it handles. It's metal, built like a tank, better than my Olympus Pro 12 to 40mm. And this one gets the job done filming those reaction shots of the guests. Yeah, the good thing about this is 85mm, but this becomes 170 since it's on a micro four thirds. But this is mainly a Canon EF lens, and I just have this adapter, the FotodioX EOS to micro four thirds system, and it works like a charm. Definitely a must-have for a wedding videographer, especially if you're filming alone and you want those reaction shots for speeches during reception. And now moving on to my main lens for either of the couple. This is the Tamron 70 to 200 millimeter 2.8 lens. It's very sharp and I love this so much too. One of my favorites as well. Wow. Maybe you guys are thinking, wow, this guy has a lot of favorites. Well, it is true because this is comparable to the most expensive Canon lens. And also guys, for me to be able to use this for my G7, this one has to have this com light adapter, which has the aperture control. Look at that. You can't go wrong with this brand Tamron. Amazing lens. And I highly recommend this. And now moving on to the other lens that I have, which this one was gifted to me by my friend, and yeah, it's been with me for a while. It's a manual lens. This is the Canon FD 2.8 lens. It's a 28mm. I have this right here, just in case. And guys, to complement that, I have this Minolta Rokkor 50mm lens. This is 1.4. This one is very sharp as well. This is a vintage lens, and I just have this Fotga MD 2 micro four third adapter, and it works like a charm. It's buttery smooth when you do the focusing. It's really great. And again, this one is paired with my 28mm Canon FD. It's because if I have a very tight space, especially if the ceremony is in a hall or even a small church, these two lenses get the job done. And I'm happy with the images that they get. So there you go, guys. All right, and now moving on to the second one. Right now, we have all of my microphones right here. I'm a big fan of Rode because they work all the time. And I have 3 of these. It's really important for me to get the best audio possible. And I have reviewed all these microphones. I have compared them. If you want to see that, click right here. Or if not, I'm gonna put down the link below for you to see that. All right, it's a good comparison, and I really think that you can't go wrong with any Rode microphone. So there's that. Next thing is I have this Gyotos blower. And guys, this blower is amazing, and I really think that every videographer or even photographer should have this in their kit, because this one is very helpful, especially if there's dust in your lens or even in the sensor. You just have to blow it right away and you are good to go. Next thing is this Neewer. I'm gonna put down the link below of this model. This is the N160 if I'm not mistaken. I had this for a long time. This is mainly for my ring shots, paired with this other Yongnuo SYD1509 light. I have to have these 2 lights for my ring shots. So let's put it this way right now, because I'm gonna show you my main gimbal. This is my DJI Ronin S, as you can see right now. This is a very well made gimbal, and I like it very much. And I don't see myself upgrading anytime soon because this one works fine. Maybe in the future, but now I don't see any reason to upgrade yet. I like that it's heavy because I can control the camera, my G9, perfectly, and it's well balanced. It fits very nicely in this compartment right here. I don't really have to get a special bag for this gimbal alone. I just have to put it inside here and I'm good to go. That's why I really love this bag, because everything fits perfectly, everything that I need. It's amazing. And before we move on to the third one, I'm gonna show you what's inside this pouch. So this one is basically the filter set that I use for my main lights. Now moving on to the third one. Here we go. What's inside? Well, first I have this. This one is Kensington as well, and I use this to lock my bag. And the good thing about this lock is I can just put it or lock it, loop it in the tree or anything, table or whatsoever, just to make sure that my bag won't go anywhere. I'll show you right now. And as you can see, this lock, and then this one goes here. All right, clip it, put it in place, and the other one here. See? And this one, lock it in place using this and insert it right here. And it gets the job done. And I'll put the link down below for you to purchase one or for you to check it out. I have the charger here. This one is the charger for my NPF 950 battery for my FotodioX LED light. And I have 2 right here. And now in this compartment, we have this fancy cutter or knife. The good thing about this is, let's say you're in a hurry and you want to cut some tape or whatsoever, this one is very handy and helpful. And my good old Swiss knife is with me all the time. It's better to have these than you don't have anything, right? Better safe than sorry. So yeah, that's about it for my third compartment of this amazing Kensington SecureTrek 17-inch roller bag. Wow, this is amazing. And look at the wheels, guys. Robust wheels. And the good thing about this bag is that this one has a very nice handle. Look at that. You can travel with this bag no problems. This can fit definitely the overhead bins of an airplane. So you're good to go. Now, moving on to my next bag right now. Wow, this one's bigger. Bigger in the sense that it's kind of bulky. This is the Thinktank helipak. Alright, so this one has 2 compartments. Alright guys, first up is this battery pouch. It's clear. I have all my spare batteries right here. The batteries for my GH5, for my G9, and for my G7, as well as for my 2 lights that I showed you earlier for my ring shots. This is the end-loop battery. I love end-loop batteries. They last forever, guys. And still up to this day, it charges well. I have a AAA and a AA as well as this 9-volt battery for my Rode microphones. It's important to have a lot of spare batteries. Alright, so there's that. Alright guys, next up is this clear pouch, which has my chargers for my batteries for my cameras. And yeah, I have to have this in case that I don't have any juice. Again, it's better to have these than nothing, right? Alright guys, next up is my audio bag. And this one is mainly a toiletries bag, which I got in Japan years ago as well. And this one houses my H1N and H1 from Zoom. This can fit a lot of cables, especially I have this one, the 1/4 stereo male cable to the 3.5mm cable. This one is particularly helpful to plug into the mixer of the DJ. I also have an XLR cable. This is particularly helpful when you have a mixer that has the XLR plug, and you can use this to plug into your H1 or H1N. It's better to have everything than nothing. And also in this bag, I have this spare lavalier microphone, which I got from Amazon. It's super cheap, but it sounds surprisingly well, guys. I've been using this for a while and never had any problems at all. I highly recommend this. If I can't link the main brand, I'm gonna link a similar one, okay? Yeah, another cable here, the male 3.8mm, and this one is as important as well, male 3.8mm to RCA. You have to have all the cables you need because you never know what's gonna happen during the day. Wedding is a run and gun situation, so you have to be prepared all the time. And guys, this one is my H1. This is mainly either for the officiant or the main board for the DJ. And the other one that I have is the H1N, but I don't use this that much because I really don't like, you know, the control right here, because sometimes it gets messed up. That's why I normally tape this, set it to the level that I want. And here guys, I have a spare for the lavalier foam and the wind muff just in case. Yeah. Now moving on to this side, before we move on to the lights, this one is my main battery for my light. So I'm gonna show you one battery. It's a generic brand, but it's made for the Sony NPF F750. And this one is okay. I have 2 for every LED light that I have right here, and 1 hour for every light when I use these batteries. And I just put this in this LiPo bag or LiPo guard bag, which is really meant for my drone battery. And now moving on with my lenses right here, my other lenses. And this one is a 135 manual 2.8 lens. This is the Oshiro lens that I got from Amazon. Yeah, I use this mainly together with the Tamron 70 to 200mm lens, and I only use this for ceremony. Now moving on with my other lenses. These 3 lenses, I never actually use them. I think I've only used them once. But yeah, it's better to have this in the bag. You never know, if something goes wrong with one of my lenses, then I have another one. And now, moving on to my main audio recorder. This is my Tascam DR100, mainly for recording using the XLR cable. And I really like it. This was the Tascam DR100 Mark I. I got this years ago from BH Photo as well. I'm gonna put down the link below for you to check out, alright? And also, I have this microphone right here. Why do I have this microphone right here? It's because sometimes if I can plug into the mixer of the DJ, if there's something wrong, I have to have a backup. So what I do is to plug this in via XLR cable, going to my Tascam DR100, and I have a stand or a mic stand, and I just have to put this one right here. And the good thing about this is I can just put this near the speaker. Not the greatest sound, but still, this one will definitely be a good backup. So I have this in my kit all the time. And I have the XLR cable right here for that microphone, the Sennheiser E835. And this one, the battery for my Tascam DR100. But mainly, I use the Tascam DR100 to plug in directly to a power outlet so that I won't have to worry about it, the battery running out, okay? And this one is a charger for the battery as well. And guys, before I forget, I have this gaffer's tape. See, it's almost empty because I've used this all the time whenever I want to tape something, especially the recorder. If I wanted to tape the recorder to a mic for the speeches or a backup sound as well. This one is very helpful, and I really think that every videographer or even photographer has to have this one in their bag. Alright guys, now down to the main event of this Thinktank helipak bag is my FotodioX Pro PopSpot J500 LED light. I like this very much, and I got this in 2017 if I'm not mistaken. I'm gonna put down the link of the same brand but different model because this one has been discontinued a long time ago. Still works like a charm. This is my main light, and this is a good light because this one has a barn door as well, and you can actually remove it easily like that, and you can put it back on. You can power this using a battery, the NPF 750 battery that I showed you earlier, or using an adapter that you can plug right here, and it goes to the wall and you don't have to worry about it running out of power. This is a Fresnel light which has this LED. The good thing about this light is that it's small and I can fit 3, as you can see right here, and you can actually move this if you want a spot or if you want a flood light. But most of the time I set it to spot so it's well concentrated on the subject. And yeah, I love this thing, guys. Again, battery powered, or you can plug it in using the provided adapter. And also you can actually remove this. Okay, you can remove that because you can travel with it. You can remove the battery compartment and you can plug this directly. And look at this, it's way too small than the one with the battery compartment. But for me, I'd rather have it connected so I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about it, right? These are my main 3 lights that I use for reception, but I use them as well for the ceremony if needed. There you go, guys. And right now, I'm gonna move this a little bit right here and then show you what's inside my compartments right here. So first one, I have this electric tape. Who knows? I don't know why I have it here, but still, if I need it, it's there. Now, second compartment is that I have the spare screw for the Manfrotto plate. In case you never know, it's good to have spare screws again, guys. And last compartment is that I have my good old screwdriver right here, just in case I needed something to unscrew or screw back on. Who knows? And I have a spare Manfrotto plate right here. Now moving on to the last part right here. We have here my mini slider that I've showed you in the previous video. Yeah, this one works all the time. And now we have this extension cable. You never know, for charging the batteries. And I have this surge protector as well for plugging in my charger if there's one power outlet. So it's helpful that I have that. I also have this rain pouch or the rain gear for this bag. It's very helpful if it's raining. And right here, I have this black plastic. This is mainly used for my ring shots, mainly for background. And this one is my adapter, actually adapters for my LED lights. I just put it in one bag, so it's easier for me to pick it up. Everything's laid out here, 3 adapters and 3 power cables. These are mainly what's inside for the outside compartment. Let's put them back together now. So there you go, guys, the Thinktank helipak bag. Thinktank is one of the best bags out there for cameras, for drones. It's amazing, but it's heavy. Yeah. All right, this is the bag that I bring all the time, guys. So let's open it. Kaboom. First, of course, I have a Sharpie just in case, and I have a pen. You know, you never know. Next thing is where I put my SD cards right here. This is a DIY SD card pouch. Yeah, I DIY'd it, and it has a minimalist profile. And yeah, I like it. And see here, as you can see, I have gapper's tape here in case I needed them, right? So there you go, guys. Next is I have the shades. I use this when driving, especially when it's hot and it's summer. And yeah, guys, when I film, I have my contacts, and I don't use this because this one has a transition lens, and when it's outside or when you're filming outside, it gets darker, so it's a no-go. That's why I use contact lens. And I have here some spare batteries for my Panasonic G7, as well as some batteries for my G9 and GH5. Now, moving on to the main compartment. Alright, guys, next is this one. I have a recorder, and I have to have this in my bag as well because you never know. I can use this one as well for the bride or anyone who wants to talk on camera. And guys, right here is my power bank. This is the Anchor. This one is the power core, which has the 20,100 power. If you can see any wall plugs, you can have this for your phones or some other gear that you will be using. Alright, guys, next is this pouch is my audio pouch as well, and this one has my audio recorder. This one's from Sony, and this is mainly used for speeches because I tape this down to a microphone for backup. It's clear, so yeah, there you go. Next thing is I have this Tascam DR100, and this is mainly for the efficient because it's too small. I can just clip this. I love how this one sounds. It comes with this white lavalier mic, especially useful if the efficient is wearing a white suit. You can use this white one, and I also have this spare lavalier just in case. It's great, guys. And this one is my charger, my USB charger for my phone, or this can charge my DJI Ronin S as well. This one is my Mavic Pro controller, a cleaning cloth, and this one is for the controller, and this one is the holder for the phone. And this is my drone bag. I have my drone here with the battery installed already, and a spare battery right here with all of the cables necessary. And the thing about the drone, guys, is that I treat it as another tool, and I tell my clients that if there's a chance to fly it, then I'll fly it, but if not, then I won't be able to because of a lot of stuff. Either the ceremony location is near the airport or it's very crowded and it's a no-go to fly the drone, but still I have this just in case. Here I have my iPhone 7 Plus. This one is now mainly used as my screen for my drone when I control it. It's better to have a dedicated phone there because I don't use it anymore. And now we have some spare business cards just in case. And guys, moving on to the last part, I have the drone license right here. And this is necessary whenever you're flying your drone. You have to have your license in your bag, and I have the basic license from Transport Canada. So there you go, guys, that's my third bag, and I'm gonna show you the fourth one that I have right now. This is the fourth bag that I was talking about earlier, and this one is the one that I always bring with me at the prep location. And I have the tripod right here as well as a monopod. So why do I have the tripod and the monopod? It is because sometimes I use this for a backup camera, especially for doing time-lapse videos. So it's very helpful, and I just put this near the window and get the time-lapse of what's going on outside. And I have the monopod just in case as well if needed. Although I shoot handheld with the GH5 and the G9 because of its amazing IBs, sometimes I don't need to use the monopod. But I have it, and I bring it all the time just in case. So there you go, guys, the fourth bag that I was telling you about. And last but not the least, this is my main bag, and this can hold 2 big light stands as well as 2 big tripods. And actually, I reviewed this bag before. If you want to check it out, I can put the link here or down below in the description. And I'm gonna show you. So actually it's really heavy, and sometimes it's kind of hard to pull it out, because the main thing about this one is you pull it out standing up. But still, see, I have my light stand right here as well as the tripod. And here is the tripod. So there you go, guys. I'm not gonna remove everything. I just wanted to show you what I bring during filming for the prep, the ceremony, and reception. And maybe you are wondering, how am I gonna be able to bring all these bags since I'm a solo shooter most of the time? Well, my solution is the Max Sports foldable wagon that you're seeing right now. Yeah, guys, this foldable wagon is amazing. This is one of the best gears that you can buy that will save your back. This will definitely save you time instead of going back and forth to your car or to your truck. Yeah, this gets the job done every time. I love this cart. This was one of the best purchases that I have ever done for years, man. Definitely, I highly recommend this cart if you're a one-man crew. Yeah, you got that right, guys. That's my secret weapon, actually. And I got the red one before, but I just painted it black. But if you can get a black one right away, like this one that I'm showing you right now, get it and you won't be disappointed. I'm gonna put down the link below as well. So there you go, guys. That's about it for this video. What's in my camera bags in 2021 for filming weddings? If you find this video helpful, please give it a like. And don't you forget to subscribe if you haven't yet, because we have a lot of stuff in store for you in the coming weeks. So yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining me. This has been Bernie. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye for now.